Is Arinito Ivan, a member of the Senior 1 class at Namongo Community Secondary School in Namongo Village, Kampala District. I am here to sensitize the community about the symptoms, preventions, transmissions, and the cause of the viral disease that have killed many people in the world. I would like to inform the community about one viral disease that I would like to talk about today. One viral disease that I would like to talk about is Ebola, which is widely spread in Western Uganda and Congo. The spread of Ebola in Western Uganda and Congo is because of the tropical rainforests in Congo that are home of some animals that are the source of Ebola, like monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees, baboons, and others. So this is how they spread Ebola to human beings. They spread Ebola to human beings through when human beings eat stale food that have been eaten by those animals. They spread but it can also reach the eastern Uganda due to its fastest spread. It is spread through having direct contact with body fluids like blood, saliva, urine, feces, breast milk, vomit, amniotic fluid, semen, and vaginal fluids of an infected person. This means that we can prevent it by wearing protective gloves when operating patients of Ebola. How can we wear protective gloves when operating patients of Ebola? When we are not doctors. So this will go to the doctors who operate patients of Ebola. I would request them to always put on protective gloves when they are operating patients of Ebola. It means when they don't put on those protective gloves, they may end up also getting Ebola. Now, how it is spread, it can also be transmitted by skin, piercing objects that have been used by a person infected by Ebola. This will go to the parents. I will request them to advise their children not to pick each and every instrument that they find, because they may cut themselves with those insects, ending up getting Ebola, because Ebola has spread in Uganda, especially in the western. And it's so picked or got from a place you should doesn't know. It must boil you. This means that one must boil each instrument picked or got from a place he or she doesn't know, because it may be infected with Ebola. It must boil to 100 degrees Celsius in order for the germs to die. It can also spread by touching people or animals who have died from Ebola. This can be prevented. So I would request the government to put a trained team of doctors who will always bury the dead bodies of people and the animals that have been died from Ebola, such as high fever, bleeding through body openings, headache, intense body weakness, muscle pain, sore throat, vomiting, bloody diarrhea, or urine, and others. Some people may be there asking about what a virus is. We started by talking about a virus because I'm talking about a disease caused by a virus, and it can also be called a viral disease. This disease has been Ebola. Those who did not start with me. A virus is a micro non-living organism that cause diseases in a human being. The first virus, this is the origination of virus since the beginning of the world. The first virus was earlier discovered over in the past by those scientists in the past early years, and that virus attacked cassava plants. It started with the plants, then it went to people. And that virus that started with cassava plant, it was named by scientists who were there in those times, and that was cassava mosaic. Others came following it until they started attacking people. So I request everyone there to always follow those rules in order not to get Ebola. So be careful and trust yourself. I'd like you, if you would like to get more about viruses, the next time you can subscribe this line so you get more about viruses. Thank you. To get more about viruses from me, I would request you to subscribe down here so that you get more about viruses. I will request you to always be careful when handling things and follow the rules that have been put by the social workers, government, and the Ministry of Health. So be careful and trust yourself.